What's up, guys? This is Epic One Hit. I want to talk about audio for footsteps. Okay, mostly for Tarkov. Now, I'm not a professional. I'm not like a super techie guy when it comes to like audio. Like I'm not like fully detailed. There's a lot of resource out there. Okay, there's a lot, whether it's on YouTube or in just Google and forums. There's a lot of information out there. I have maybe spent between 6 and 8 months just researching it all. Like and I can't remember everything, because after I found out after I found what I was looking for, I just like kind of like left it behind me and just forgot about it after. But I mean, a lot of it's still in my head. So I just want to show you guys, like, from what I know, like what I've learned from doing research on audio. Now, I come from playing Xbox, and I've come from playing PUBG a lot, and that's what kind of made me want to like have an advantage point on audio in general, right? For footsteps. Like I want to be able to hear where my enemies are, which building, what floor, how far, left and right, front and back, from the sides, angles, the whole nine. And so from playing Xbox, I was kind of limited because there wasn't a lot of stuff offered. I mean, there was like, you had your average, your gaming headsets, right? Your Astros, your Turtle Beaches, your, Steel Series, HyperX's. There's a bunch more. And so I've purchased many of them, and I've purchased a lot of them through Best Buy. I've also purchased a few from Amazon. And what I've noticed from most of them, all of them are they're pretty much the same identical type of sound you're getting. You're not getting anything crazy, where you could tell a much more difference from the other. The only difference is comfort wise. Out of testing all of them, I did notice a lot of heat in this pair of headphones, or less comfort in this pair of headphones, or more pressure, or just right, or whatever. So that's what I've learned from trying out. That's one of the things I've learned about headsets. Hold on, what the heck? I was watching a streamer. Anyways, and so after doing a lot more digging, and after here's a quick rundown, right? So the ones I own aren't these. The ones I own right now actually is HyperX Cloud Flights. It's the same. It's the red version. It's the same one that Shroud had. I've also owned Astro A40s and A50s. I've owned all three gens for A50s. Astro A40s, I've purchased a pair with their mix amp. Elite Pro 2s, I've purchased this with their with the mix amp, this is pretty nice because it comes with Bluetooth. I've also purchased their Elite Pros, the first gens, which I felt like there was more nicer. It didn't have Bluetooth, but it wasn't a big deal for me. I actually liked it. So I've purchased all of these. I think I even had more headphones after that. I've had HyperX's mix amp, HyperX's mix. I think it's called mix. Let me see. Pretty sure it's called mix. Yeah, Cloud Mix. My bad. I returned those instantly because there was way too much pressure on my head. I didn't have enough time to test them. But what I've learned from all of them, and after digging more, I went to the specs, right? If you scroll down, it's going to tell you the specs. So what got my interest was the frequency response and the independence, the ohms, right? So what I've noticed was a lot of gaming headsets, most of them are 32 ohms. Same thing with, if I can find it here, specs. Oh, this one doesn't even say it, but these are 32 ohms as well. If I can find it. Anyway, I'm pretty sure these are 32 ohms as well. And Astro A40s, these are the only ones I've found are gaming headsets that are 48 ohms. The rest, the most common gaming headset out there is 32 ohms. This was the only one that had a little bit more than 32 ohms, which is 48 ohms. And honestly, out of all the gaming headsets, I honestly found the Astro 840s a bit better from the rest. Not just because of their ohms, but also because of their mix amp and the equalizers you could set to them. Now, there's a lot of presets out there that were made from a lot of it's just a lot of digging. You know, you gotta keep searching. You gotta go. There's all kinds of, you know. If you play Call of Duty, maybe you might want to search something that says PUBG. You know, PUBG footsteps or vice versa. You know, because it all works pretty much the same. Now, after owning all of them, it was still not enough. Like, I still felt like there's got to be something more. There's got to be something that gives me the most accurate sound I could hear from exactly where they are. And after doing more and more research, now this is where audio hi-fi came in to place. So I started looking into like streamers like Ninja, right, where his Beyerdynamics. I started looking into you know, there was a lot of Beyerdynamics is one of the popular headphones that a lot of streamers use, and Sennheisers is another one as well. Now, I personally own Sennheisers. Now, I've owned two different kinds. I've owned Sennheisers 58X. These are 150 ohms. These are very, very nice. This is a really, I've purchased them for around $150 at the time. This is a really good headphones to get for starters, right? I do recommend these a lot for a lot of beginners. 150 ohms, you know, it's like quadruple the amount than you're getting out of any other gaming headsets. And even if you purchase these, 150 ohms. So like, here's from what I understand the difference between ohms ish. Okay, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. This is just all from the knowledge I've picked up on to get where I wanted to go with when it came to footsteps and audio. So if you have higher ohms, let's say you plug in like a cell phone, right? You plug in your headphones to a cell phone, whether it's earbuds or gaming headset or whatever, and you can hear the music bumping, whatever. Now, let's say if you get a headphones that are much more in ohms, whether it's 300 ohms or up, and you plug that in, you plug those in, the audio, you put the max volume on your phone, and you're barely gonna hear it in your headphones. Like, you're gonna be like, wait, why did I pay $200+ on headphones that I could barely hear music through my phone? Where these, you know, $80, $100 headphones work way better. The reason why is because of the ohms, because the cell phone or some computers can't power that can't give that much power to headphones. That's the difference. So when I purchased this, when I was doing a lot of research, I ended up also purchasing the Sound Blaster X7. Now, the reason why I purchased this is because it had these options right here. You had the 3.5 millimeter jack and then the bigger one, and then obviously a microphone, which I never really cared for. But these are the two. I'm using this one, the bigger one, the bigger. So this is your standard right here, and I'm using right now on my headphones this. Another reason why I purchased this is because I could connect Bluetooth my phone to this box, Bluetooth wise. I can also control the equalizer and everything through my phone or even through my desktop. What else? Plus, it gave me all these inputs and outputs, so it made dual PC for me a little bit more easier. Like setting up dual PCs a little bit more easier using this. Now that I have a GOG Solar, you know, this still comes in handy a little bit. But so this is the reason why I purchased this. Now, it is $290. It is pretty expensive. You don't have to buy this. You get the same thing what this provides, but a little bit less. You're not gonna get the same jack. You're not gonna get the same inputs and outputs in the back, and you're not gonna get Bluetooth if you went with this setup. You're still gonna get the same sound. You're still gonna have the same equalizer. You're still gonna have the same everything. There's so from research, from what I've done, virtual sound, right? Whether it's Dolby Atmos, whatever it is, I personally don't use. Okay, there's some people that said they like it. From a lot of readings from what I did, stereo is the best setup you could go. And it made a lot of sense when I was reading a post where headphones, there's only two speakers, left and right. That's it, right? Surround sound, if you have a home theater, you have how many speakers? You have two in the front, two in the back, one center, and sometimes you get two more and put on the ceiling, right? So that makes a lot more sense to me because there's multi speakers in a like a living room home theater system, right? Where actual normal headphones, it's only two speakers. So how does surround sound work with only two speakers? It's all software controlled bass. So they amplify. It's like it mimics the virtual sound through software. That's pretty much from what I understand from reading. Now that didn't make sense to me. I have two speakers. I want to be able to hear left, right, forward, back, and kind of like a diagonal, from side to sides, from whether it's back or front. And the best way to go, and a lot of pros use it as well, is stereo. Normal stereo, and you're able to hear it much better. So first things first, stop using Dolby Digital, surround sound, whatever it is. Go straight up stereo. Okay? It's not gonna sound cool and stuff, but the purpose of this is for you to be able to spot on hear exactly where your enemy is, right? Where the footsteps are coming from. So the reason why I like the Sound Blaster, there's a lot of different sound cards, right? Or amplifiers, whichever you like to call them. The reason why I like this is because of this one feature, Scout Mode. This is an incredible feature on their Sound Blaster cards. And it has both. It comes with the X7 and the G6. And the cool thing about this is it opens up. So if you don't have the right headphones, let's say if you have, Astro A40s and you connect it to this because it's only 42 ohms and you put Scout Mode, you're gonna have to lower the volume much lower because it doesn't take that much to power those headphones on, right? For one. And when you put Scout Mode on, it's gonna sound much more louder, and you're gonna be forced to put the volume down on your computer, physically down, and which kind of reduces the whole reason of using Scout Mode. Now, if you had like I said, Bear Dynamics headphones or Sennheisers, like the ones I own right now are these, the 6XX. They're $220. They're not that crazy in pricing difference. I like these a lot. I honestly just got this now. If my headphones did not break, I would have probably still kept these, the 58X. Now these are 150 ohms, and these are 300 ohms. So this takes a lot more power to power them. Both of these sound cards are going to be able to power both these headphones. Okay, easy, no problems. And so with Scout Mode, what that does is it pretty much exactly what shows in the picture. So let's say you're in the center, it opens up like it's weird to say, but I'm trying to make it where it makes more sense for you guys. It opens up your sound on your ears much more further out, so you're able to hear much further out. But the problem with that is if there's like crazy, like if someone has a I don't know, like a MK gun, right? Like the new MK13, or and I'm talking about Tarkov in general, or if they have like a non-suppressed SVD and someone shoots it, it hurts your ears because of that, because of Scout Mode. So if you put your volume in just the right, if you put the actual volume here instead of through the software itself, and just the right amount, that Scout Mode works great. It just opens it up more. Like you're able to hear much more further out. It works. It really does work great. I don't use equalizers, so here's the software that comes with my Sound Blaster X5, right? So I don't use no equalizers at all, none. You can. There are a lot of videos and a lot of posts on Google that you can find that people have used their own equalizers, right? I don't use them. I don't need to. If it's the way I am right now, it fits fine. Now, you also have custom profiles, like if you want adventure, driving, first person, movie, music, whatever. I just use the whatever default is. I adjust my volumes here. That's it. I'm on the go. So Scout Mode for me, I'm not using it at the very moment. Here's the thing. If you go from a gaming headset, whether it's Astros, Turtle Beaches, and you go to a whole different level sound with an amplifier and headphones, right? You don't even need Scout Mode. You're gonna notice it right off the bat. You plug it in, you're gonna notice it right off the bat. It's gonna be different from your standard gaming headsets, like I said, Turtle Beaches, Astros, versus your audiophile uh, headphones, with an amplifier. You're gonna automatically notice the difference. It's gonna be night and day. You're gonna hear your footsteps much more clearer. You're gonna pinpoint exactly where those are. It's gonna be night and day difference. Now, if you put scout mode on, it's just gonna amplify that even. It's gonna amplify that even more, which is insane. I've used scout mode for a while. When I first got this, I've used scout mode for a while. It starts to bother your ears, after like several months of use. And so I've turned it off. But I do go back to it occasionally. There are times when I do go back to it. But it's good to have the options, It really is good to have the options. Now you also have SBX. This is like surround sound. I turned this off. There is a post where someone actually did a pretty good job in setting this up, right? There was a post. I can't remember where it was. It's been like months ago when I found it. And I've tried his setting as well. It works great too. No problems. But I went straight basic, bare bones. I went with plug the headphones in, set your volume. I have mine so I have 300 ohms. So I have mine set to a high gain, 600 ohms. And there you go. That's it. Call it a day from me. It works great. But I do recommend trying out scout mode. You guys are going to notice night and day difference. Even if you have your standard gaming headset, right? Even putting scout mode, you're still going to notice the difference. Not crazy, but you're going to notice a much more improved sound if you just get the amplifier and no headphones. But I would recommend getting both. Headphones with much higher ohms, 150 plus ohms, and an amplifier. Now, scout mode comes in both, like I said. It comes with the X7s, and it comes with the G6. This is a much cheaper price, $130. Black Fridays, I've seen it for like around $90. And same thing with their headphones. Now, headphones is all by preference as well. So for me, there's two different kinds of headphones. You have closed back and then you have open back. So closed back are gonna be, it's literally, this is closed back right here. See, there's no opening at all. It's just closed. So, and the reason why they do this is because it gives you a bit more bassy tone. Open back headphones is literally this. You see that? You see the opening? So it breathes. So audio actually leaks out. Now there's like I said, there's a lot of videos out there that talks about closed and open back headphones. But for a rundown, closed back headphones, all the audio that you hear, music, whatever it is, goes straight into your ear. The problem with those is it doesn't leak, for one, which is a good thing for some. But the problem with that is it heats your ears up. And soundstage, what soundstage is you're not gonna hear like a directional footsteps exactly where they're coming from. Open back headphones, now it leaks sound from both sides, so you're gonna hear from the cushion, right, from this side, and people outside are gonna hear you from outside as well. That's the bad side. So if you listen to music, you're playing a game, and you have someone in the room with you, you're gonna hear everything you're hearing. But the good thing about it is there's no heat being trapped inside. All the heat is being escaped, so your ears stay cool, right? There's gonna be less discomfort, and you're able to hear soundstage much more better. So with open back, it makes it more easier to hear exactly where your enemy is, because that sound isn't being trapped in; it's being released out at the same time as you're hearing footsteps, which is another benefit. Since I went from closed back to open back, I never want to go back to closed back ever again. I'm a big fan of open back headphones. Beyerdynamics, there's also semi-open back headphones, which is like they're open but they're also closed at the same time. Like there's slots, there's slots that are closed, but then there's some other slots that are open. So it kind of gives you like a mixture of both worlds a little bit. So my bad, I had a text message. So that's pretty much the rundown for headphones. You're gonna hear footsteps much. So in Tarkov, I would wear Alton because I would get shot in the head so often. So I would start wearing Altons, and I would wear Altons almost like every day, every raid. and I would still hear pretty good amount, much better than anyone that's wearing your average gaming headset. But when I went from wearing an Alton back to wearing like Sordins or Comtacs or whatever, like my ears, because of my ears being so focused on trying to hear footsteps while wearing an Alton, once I put on Sordins, it was like night and day difference. I was able to hear long distance, like long. I would be on car side of customs, right, extract side, and I would be able to hear guys on the other side where trash is, like easy running in groups. Now, a friend of mine's, uh, and a lot of pro players use this as well. They use earbuds. Now, I'm not a fan of earbuds because I hate the, putting something in your ear for gaming for 8 to 12 to 15 hours, whatever it is. It starts to irritate you, the sweat, and so I'm not a big fan of earbuds. But a friend of mine's, he's gotten these, and he notices a pretty big difference from his what he had. He had razors, like the ones that vibrate. I don't remember the name. He had razors, so he went from razors to these, and he tells me right off the rip, like the audio is much more indirect. Now the reason I've researched this a little bit as well, the reason why is because the audio literally goes straight into your ear. There's no leakage, no nothing. It's straight into your ear. So you get the data much quicker with these than versus these, because it literally with these it goes from cable to the driver, and then from the driver, because you have this big opening right here, the ear cup, it leaks out, and then by the time you get it to your ear, so there's like a little delay. It's not crazy. You're not gonna notice it, but you are gonna be hearing it much more quicker. And with these being inside your ear, well, at least with the Bose, from what the reviews I've read as well, you are hearing much more better footsteps with these. So if you're an earbuds type of guy, these are pricey. I will look into these. I'm Don't ask me about them. Like I said, this is only from a friend's experience. Both two friends, they have the same set, and like I said, I've never purchased these. I'm not a big fan of earbuds, but from what I understand from videos and from two of my friends, these are a great buy for footsteps. But so yeah, so I would definitely recommend using an amplifier, right? One of these two amplifiers. And the reason why I would go with like Sound Blaster versus like a Mass Drop from their website, an amplifier, is because you get the scout mode. You get the scout mode. You get a lot of like features, like I said, equalizer if you want to mix, work with mixers and stuff, or like copy someone's from Google or whatever. You just get a lot of options, a lot of options. But the scout mode is the biggest advantage point here versus anyone wearing your regular headsets. The audio, it even tells you right here, this property and technology allows you to hear your enemies from further away, giving you a technical advantage in combat. And it shows like a picture of a radar. This really helps. I'm so serious. Even if you don't have this on, and you do end up buying this amplifier and a cheaper headset, like a 150 ohm headset, you're still gonna have a much better advantage than using like an Astro 840 or Elites or HyperXs or Steel Series. Much better. This is only 32 ohms, so it doesn't take much to power. 150 ohms, you're like in between. You can still use this on your cell phone if you want. It's not gonna be crazy high volume, right? Like you're not gonna be able to hear it like really loud, but you're gonna hear it at a comfort level with max volume on your phone. On your computer, if you have it connected to a Sound Blaster, you're gonna hear it perfectly. You could crank up the volume much louder than what your computer is willing to give. Like right now, look, I have this cranked to max, but with my mixer, with my Go XLR, I just use the volume here to adjust it from high or low. And then 300 ohms, same thing, bro. Like I'm serious, it's night and day difference. Ask my guys from Xbox, I've spent so much time buying headphones, trying out new headphones. This is back when I was playing PUBG. I wanted a better advantage, and after buying all these headphones or headsets, nothing was like mind blowing for me. Like Astro 840s was probably the closest to a little bit mind blowing, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't satisfied with them. And then I went to PC gaming, and that's when I started doing more research on audio for like PC wise. And then this is when I came out with with these amplifiers. This works amazing. It's night and day difference. Like I said, scout mode is amazing. Headphones 150 ohms. It's simple. When you look for headphones, just look for headphones. Look at the specs, product details. Independence 150 ohms. This one, Independence 300 ohms, and it says right here, open dynamics. Same thing, open dynamic over the ears. So like I said, I'm not a professional at this. It's just I've done enough research to satisfy my needs. You know, it was enough research to satisfy my needs from what I wanted. Now there was another video I watched, and this is recent. This is probably like a month ago. So there was a Reddit post. This is the YouTuber right here. I will put the link in the description. You guys can watch it. And he talks about I found this guy through a Reddit, and this is where the video he created. So there's a Reddit post where a guy has issues with his hearing. So when he doesn't wear headphones, or even when he does wear headphones in game, like contacts or something, and someone shoots, it hurts his ears very, very loud. So he has to adjust the volume down. But then it makes it worse for him, because then the footsteps close enough to him, he's not gonna be able to hear. So there's a guy in Reddit, and if you watch this video, he talks about it, the guy in Reddit, and he actually shows you the video on how to do the whole procedure. There's links to download and everything. So what this does is it pretty much it reverses the sound. So the louder sounds like gunshots, grenades, explosion are reversed. They're actually much quieter, and then the sounds are much lower, like footsteps, someone walking the branches or something, someone hitting branches or bushes, are much louder. So literally the audio is flipped. Now I have the software here. This is literally the software here. And watch this guy, try it out yourself. You want to make sure that this program is open before you open up Tarkov for it to work. And try it out for yourself. Try it out. Try it. Go in a match with a pistol. No contacts, no headphones at all, just bare bones, and you can hear a difference. The audio file, like literally the audio is flipped. And this works pretty good. So this is another thing that helps me a lot. So what I hear versus what you guys hear through my stream is two different things that you guys are hearing. It's literally two different audio sources. You guys are hearing the normal Tarkov sound, where I'm hearing completely different. I'm hearing it vice versa from what you guys are hearing. So watch this guy's video, try it out. I would definitely recommend spending, $170. Like I said, there are times on the holidays. This does drop, not by much, but this drop down to $150. The Sound Blaster also drops to like $90. I've seen the Lotus, and for $200, $250, you got yourself a nice equipment, and you're gonna be owning in the game. Owning. Don't use surround sound. I mean, that's pretty much it. Headsets, like I said, the max I've seen is 48 ohms right here, and I was a little bit impressed with it, but not enough for me to be satisfied with. I knew there was something more out there. For a console, this is probably a good idea. There is an amplifier that you could buy. I know it works for the PlayStation. I'm not too sure about the Xbox. So there is an amplifier that you're able to buy. It's called Arc. I forgot the name of it. Arc. It's something Arc Master or something. But if you look into it, if you Google search it, you'll find it. You are able to use these headphones on console, at least on PlayStation. Like you can use a 300 ohm with a amplifier on the PlayStation. You can connect it all together, and you're already able to hear it much. You are gonna have the advantage at that point. So I mean, that's pretty much it, really. I'll put the link in the description for this guy if you guys want to check him out. There's a Reddit post that talks about all this. This guy just ended up making it into a video to make it more easier for a lot of guys like us to use this program that helps with. So like I said, it reverses the whole audio. So the louder shots, the normal big bangs that you hear all the time is reversed. and so the files are actually more compressed, and the audios that are already quiet are switched to louder. This guy explains it pretty detailed. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't know what else I could talk about. I mean, if you wanna, I made this into a quick video. I made them remaking this video into a more detailed video. I just wanted to just tell you guys from what I've learned quickly. I've had a lot of people coming to me on stream saying like, how did I hear this person, or how did I know he was there, or you know, it's just there's all these things that I've researched, spent like 6 to 8 months researching, and this was all purposely for PUBG, but this helped me also with like other shooter games like Call of Duty. This helped me with I was playing Call of Duty for a straight 7 months, Warzone. This helped me with Tarkov a lot, especially with Tarkov because you got headphones in game as well, right? So like all this literally helped me become, you know, with my audio like hardware pretty much. So yeah, I mean, stop by the stream, talk to me if you have any questions, ask away, put in the comments, whatever. I don't really make YouTube videos a lot. I want to start making them. I just haven't came around to doing it. I figured I'll make this one to help some of you guys out from what I hear versus what you guys hear. I don't have a way of, I can't think of a way. Maybe if someone can help me out with it. I don't really have a way to show you guys what I hear versus what you guys hear on stream. I can't really think of a way unless I put like a microphone into my headset for you guys to hear it, but that won't, you know, like that won't be accurate either because, you know, unless I put like, I don't know, like I said, I don't know. If there's a way, I'm willing to do it. If there's something I have to purchase for you guys to hear it, what I'm hearing, I'm willing to do it. I can't figure out a way. I haven't spent enough time researching it to find it. I just wanted to show you guys my knowledge of what I've learned from all this, and I'm still learning. There's at least once a week or a couple of times a month, I'm just doing research on audio stuff, like whether it's amplifiers, better headphones, or a software that does a better compression on audio. Like there's a lot. You know, I'm not no audio expert. You know, I'm not. This is a whole new learning curve for me. I'm actually very interested into audio and frequencies and stuff and ohms in general. So I'm still learning. I'm just telling you guys from what I've learned already. I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions, stop by the stream. I stream Monday through Friday around 8 a.m. Eastern. Twitch is twitch.tv/ or twitch.tv/epic1hit. It's in the description as well. Yeah. Peace out, guys.